Hello peoples! In today's video we're going to be doing something completely different. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the tools that the Star Citizen community have made and are free for us to use. This is not a complete list, but I'm going to show you the 4 I use the most. I think it's totally awesome that people are making these tools for a game that is not yet even released. Just shows you the passion that people have for Star Citizen. As always, if you like and enjoy this content, then please hit that like button, the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel, as it will be greatly appreciated. Don't forget that referral code in the video description below. If you have not yet opened an account with Star Citizen and you're new to the game, you'll get 5,000 free UEC when you use the code. Free stuff is good. For a snack and a drink, well, to be truthful, I'm on a diet as I ate way too much over the holidays. So it's going to be water and a frickin' carrot for me. But for the love of God, please have something that is tasty, delicious, and wash it down with a refreshing drink. Okay, now sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Alright, so the first one, no big surprise, is going to be Erkul. This is basically the DPS calculator for when you modify your ship's components. I don't know of anyone that doesn't know this yet, but if you don't, now you do. So go to Google, type in Erkul. First link that you're going to see there is generally the one you want to use, which is Erkul.games. When we go there, a couple things that I want to point out. I mean, we've been through Erkul a bunch of different times, so you should know about it. But if you don't, go ahead and open up an account and register with them. That will allow you to save any of the builds or any of the modifications that you've done. In order to select a ship, just go into the select ship, go down, pull out whichever ship you want to look at or modify. Let's take the Hawk here, for example. Notice that when you select the ship, it will tell you where to buy it or if it's even available for purchase in-game and what the amount is. We've got all of our stats here, EM, IR signatures, shield levels, power levels, DPS, alpha hit, strike damage, all that good stuff, right? In order to swap out a component or weapon, you just simply click on it. Again, it's changed a little bit because of the 316 database, but it's still pretty much the same Erkul that we've all come to know and love. You can do a quick search based off, the letters of the component that you're looking for. In this case, I'm going to swap out the Sucker Punch for the Attrition 1. Notice that when I do that, it also changes the little tool tip as far as what the stats are for the Attrition 1 and where you can purchase that, which is going to be on Lauraville. And if you want to save any type of builds or anything, you just simply hit the save button. You can save it new to Hangar or update the new loadout. Once you've done that, you can go over here to the Hangar and you can pull back any ship that you have, provided you have logged in with your username and password. In this case, I'll pull back the Gladius. Notice the Gladius, we've changed out our weapon systems to attritions. We've got Thunderbolt missiles, Palisade shields, Atlas quantum drive, basically so that we can do a whole bunch of different jumps between systems without having to refuel, all that good stuff. So most people are familiar with this, but if you weren't in the past, you are now. Highly recommend that you go use Erkul for all of your ship modifications because it's going to save you time and frustration in trying to find where all the components are located in the verse. That's going to do it for this one. On to the next. Okay, the second site that I go to a lot is Star Citizen Armory. So go to Google, type in Star Citizen Armory. You're looking for the one from the Space Coder. Basically, this is the counterpart to Erkul, where Erkul is dealing with the gear that you're going to put into your starship. The Armory is dealing with your FPS gear. It's a pretty decent little database. Click on the link. You're going to get some disclaimers here letting you know that he's still in development. Well, so is Star Citizen, so good for matching that up. What's really nice is you can just simply type in what you're looking for. It'll match on the first available set of letters. We're going to go with the stone skin suit here. Basically, let's go with a autumn helmet. I kind of like the orc type 10 gear. So we'll do this. Check these all out. For the legs, let's go here. Do that one as well. For the backpack, What do we want for a backpack? Let's go with this one. Yeah, that should work. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is, in addition to listing these, it will give you a picture, provided it has a picture in the database. As you can see here, we don't have one for the arms, but we do have one for the chest, the legs. We've got the backpack here, and we've got the stone skin, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, the other thing that you can also look for would be your sidearms. So if you want an arc-like pistol or maybe a Coda pistol, you can actually add things in like your barrel attachments, any underbarrel attachments, the sight that you want to use. Basically, your primary weapon, same thing. Let's go with a sniper rifle here. Let me see, what do we want? We want a suppressor. Go to field light, and let's go with a 8 scope. That'll be fine. If you want to do a secondary, you can. You can also pick out knives. You can pick out the utility tools. So we'll go with that. Now, again, just like with the armor, you can get some items that have pictures. Not all of them do. If you do run across something that doesn't have a picture and you want to get one in game here, you can simply submit it, and that will increase the database. Obviously, here's our loadout. Gives you all the stats that you want for it. We have the weapons as well. It'll pick out the Dakota pistol, it'll pick out the rifle, all that good stuff. You've got an in-game description of what that item will do. Now, if you want, you can click on this shopping list here. And when you click on the shopping list, it'll basically tell you where to get the item. This is the best part about this database. Now, it's not quite as good, I think, as Erkul, but it's pretty damn good. It will list every single area in-game that you can buy these items at. So you'll see them listed multiple times because obviously you can get the helmet at Tammy & Sons. You can also get the helmet at Cubby Blast and all that good stuff. And as you go through and say, well, I purchased this one, and I purchased this one, and I purchased this one, it'll strike them off out of all the other sites. So you can basically just farm this out real quick, figure out that you're going to go here to this one area and do one-stop shopping so that you don't have to do it any other place. So now the only thing that we have left to get would be our sniper rifle and the Coda pistol and the stone skin undersuit. That's basically it. Invaluable database, in my opinion. Thank you, Space Coder, for creating this, because there's nothing more frustrating than having to go around and check multiple places trying to find every little bit of armor you want, particularly if you're trying to be coordinated. All right, that'll do it for this one. On to the next. Now, on this site here, if you want to break from combat and you want to go do some trading, maybe mining, then I would recommend that you go to SC Trade Tools. And again, this is just my pick. If you've got better sites out there, let us know in the comment section below. So again, go to Google, type in SC Trade Tools, basically the first one that you see that has anything to do with Star Citizen, that's where you want to go. Click on that. And what you're going to get is a nice little website that does both trading and mining. They'll give you some little tips of the day, like right now, I guess scrap is still unsellable, current version number, and for more in-depth videos, they give you a link to the YouTubes so that you can go get and learn everything you need to know about trading and mining and using these different tools on the site. We're just going to go real quick and briefly. We'll do a trade one. So here what we're doing is we're looking at a trade route. We've got a C2 Hercules selected. You just use the drop-down menu and you can pick any ship you want. The initial investment as far as Alpha UEC, whether or not you want to do profit over time, which would be obviously, a timetable. A one-stop pure profit, the maximum number of stops. I believe this goes up to 5. Yep, 5. And then any commodities that you want to trade. Okay, you don't have to select anything. I've got basically everything selected here. Locations, if you want to get real specific, you can. I find that if you just leave it blank and you let the defaults go, it's going to give you what the best commodity is going to be for today. hit submit. You get a little tooltip basically telling you anything that's highlighted in this yellow outline you see right here means that you're probably going to have to wait in line for it because somebody's going to come in before you and they're going to suck it dry. So let's read this real quick. Basically, this is the location of the commodity, what it is that you're buying and for how much, and then the destination and how much you're going to be able to sell it for. So distilled spirit seems to be the big seller here. Notice that they are telling you to buy scrap, even though we have the little warning up there that said scrap is still unsellable. All that good stuff. Now, if you want to go into, let's say, the best cargo to sell, right? So we're not necessarily looking for a trade route. We just want to sell something that we have. What we can do is we can pick, in this case, let's pick Quantanium. Again, you can put down if it's stolen cargo, all that good stuff, no wait times, and then locations and types. Leave it by default just until you kind of figure out how the tool works and whether or not you're going to be in that particular area to sell something. This is the amount that you're selling right here. So in this case, we've got 50,000 units of Quantanium. Hit the submit button. This is going to tell us the best place to sell it is going to be the Trade and Development Division on Area 18. And basically, you're going to make 4.4 million Alpha UEC if you had that amount of Quantanium. That's refined Quantanium, by the way. So pretty decent site. It'll help you out. They also have a mining section here, so you can go, either through the tooltip there or right here, and it's the same thing basically. This one here is like what kind of ore to look for. So right now, the best ore that you can get in the game is going to be Quantanium. Surprise, surprise. The refined value, all that good stuff. If you want to find out the best place to do some mining, or let's say you're in a particular area and you want to look up what you can mine, what we're going to do here is make sure we got spaceship. You can do ground vehicle, handheld tools, all that stuff, and it will change depending upon what you pick. Commodities, we've selected all these, so we're looking at everything. If we just wanted to find, let's say, Quantanium, deselect all, select Quantanium. All right, locations, again, you can be very specific. You can dial in exactly where you're at. I like to just let this thing tell me where's the best place to find Quantanium. So it's telling us, well, all right, in Microtech, you can find a lot of Quantanium deposits right here. So go to this location, and there's at least 516 deposits of Quantanium in that location. Now, it's not going to tell you exactly where. You're going to have to scan it down. But at least you know that you've got a pretty decent amount there. All right? And this is throughout the entire Stanton system. Okay? Notice that this is in an asteroid area. This is actually on one of the moons. Okay? So it's not a bad little site. Again, you can get more specific. You can dial in your routes and commodities and shops and all that stuff for trading. Same thing with mining. Where's the best deposits to mine right now? Where's the best place to refine things? All that good stuff. And if you get stuck on anything or if it doesn't make sense, again, they have more in-depth tutorials on YouTube. That's going to do it for this one here. On to the next. Okay, so the last site that I want to go to today is Hangar Link. Now, Hangar Link is put out by the group that do Star Jump Station. It's a YouTube channel. If you've never seen them, go check them out. Typically, I see Grim, Starlet, and Ender on there. I believe Starlet's the one that's behind Hangar Link. I'm not 100% sure on that. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure she is. Grim does fantastic CGI modeling of some Star Citizen ships. If you've never seen it, definitely go do a look for it in YouTube and check them out. We're going to go to the Hangar Link. Go to Google, type in Hangar Link. Go to the first link that you see that says CCU Chains for Star Citizen. And what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to log into the RSI website, using your normal login credentials for that website, because this plugin needs access to your Hangar in order to be able to pull back and see what you have in it. Now, don't freak out. All that information is cached, and it's basically cached with a key in your browser, and it will basically be deleted as soon as you close your browser down or when you clear out your cache, depending upon what your browser settings are. It's not sending any information to a third party. If you have any issues, just go to the FAQs here. It'll tell you basically how do you get your data using Chrome, how do you get your data using Firefox, these are plugins, where does the data go, all that good stuff. It'll let you know that it's not being uploaded to a back-end server. And I've run packet traces and stuff on this stuff, and I've never seen anything leave the browser that would suggest that any data is going to a third-party site when it accesses your account information. So just hit the retrieve all data for whatever account you want to look at. And it may take a little bit. There are some people that have a whole lot of pledges. I'm not one of them, but there are some people that have like 50, 60 pages in their Hangar, so it may take a while. I've got about 4, I think. Once it does pull back all of that information, you'll be able to actually look at the pledges that you have in your Hangar, right? So this is every pledge that I have right now. Yes, I'm unzipping my fly and showing the world what I have. If you go in and click Ships in Hangar, this is going to give you a nice little loadout of the ships that you have available, whether or not they're part of a game package or if they're standalone, what your insurance is, whether or not you can melt it, because remember, some ships, some game packages you cannot melt, depending upon if they were gifted by CIG or if they were referral bonuses, that kind of stuff, and whether or not you can gift a particular pledge item. So if you bought it with real money and not store credit, it's giftable. Here's what they cost, and again, here's the list. Now, if you want to go look at your buybacks, you've got all these buybacks that you can look at, and it puts it all in one real nice, easy place. CCU chains. This right here is going to be, this could be its own separate video for sure. In case you don't know, a CCU is how you upgrade a particular ship to another ship. In this case, you'd be upgrading the Aurora ES. This is typically referred to as your seed ship, to a Polaris. And if you calculate it out, it's going to tell you basically the path that you would need to take in order to get to that ship. Now, right now, because they're not having a sale or anything, you basically just have a one-for-one type of upgrade here. You go from the Aurora to the Polaris. That's the way that you get it. But during major sales and everything, this could have multiple chains in it. So you might see something like an Aurora to, let's say, a Spartan for right now. And then from a Spartan to, let's say, maybe a Mercury Star Runner, and then from a Star Runner to, let's say, the Polaris. And in the process of going through multiple chains, you would be able to save maybe 50, 60, 70 bucks total, depending upon what War Bond edition upgrades you could get. Now, if all of that was gibberish to you, I recommend that you do a search in YouTube on the CCU game or CCU chaining in Star Citizen to kind of get a better feel for it. It's its own art form, basically. But this is a tool in your browser that you can use to help you plan out things like those CCU chains. And believe me, they can be quite long. I believe I remember hearing someone got a Carrack, which is basically a $600 ship if you buy it outright in game. Well, not in game, with real cash. For like 300 bucks or some ridiculously low number. Like, it was even lower than, I believe, what it was originally offered for at concept through CCU chaining. So you can save yourself a ton of money here. Don't overlook this at all because it'll save you some bucks. That's about it. That's all I got If we go back to the store here, this is just a listing of all the ships that are currently in the store and what they cost from the last sale. Nothing big here. But if you like these tools, let me know in the comment section below. If there's a tool here that I did not go over that you would like to recommend and why, leave it in the comment section below as well. And we'll do another video maybe later on and add in a couple more tools. I hope you enjoyed this one. As always, till next time, take care.